Commodore's back with a phone? I'm sure it'll be great. What new apps does it have? Wait, it has no new apps? It has less? What are you up to, Commodore? We're gonna find out that today on number 228 of Office Hours. Office Hours, of course, is when I go live every single day for the Five Nation fandom check-in. Talking about 2 million people over at Scam School, 1.7 million over at Modern Rogue, over 1 million over at x.com/wood. Of course, dozens and dozens of very likely literal humans moving around in very human-like moves over at LinkedIn. And of course, the real ones, the elite ones, the Diamond Club, who hang out at twitch.tv/nightattack. Today, Commodore announced a new phone that's coming up. It's, we'll get into all the specifics of it. It promises to be no social media, to take you back to a simpler time. Is that all? Is that all that's going on? Do we like it? Is there anything sinister afoot? He implied foreshadowingly, because I don't know if you know this, guys, long before Skynet happens or WALL-E happens, I've been saying the bad guys have robots. And bad guys with robots are able to pull scams. Now, I should probably count to 5 in between those sentences. When I look at the marketing for the Commodore phone, these keen magician's eyes notice things. I'm going to take you on a quick walkthrough of some of the things I noticed in the materials as they're presented. But first, we have to hone and sharpen our cognitive defenses. I really like that phrase. That's a good one. That is not mine. In fact, I'll be speaking at a cognitive defense seminar later in a couple of months coming up. But in the meantime, we sharpen our mind. We go to the gym, the cognitive gym, and we get our flabby defenses in shape by doing a little thing we call Scam School. That's where we're revisiting all of the original episodes of Scam School. Scam School was the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. So we are up to episode 124 of Scam School. We're going to learn it. We're going to do some degenerate gambling, and we're going to find out why Brian puts on a skeptical face when it comes to the What, do you hate classic technology, Brian? Do you hate the Commodore? Do you hate typing load, 8,1? What's going on up there? We're going to find out. But first, let's watch this episode of Scam School. Here we go. Good news. This week, the bar tab is on me. I mean, not me personally, but I mean, what do you care? You're not going to pay for it. The point is, it's free. This episode of Scam School brought to you by GoDaddy and Netflix. Go to www.netflix.com/scamschool for your free trial membership. Welcome to the only show that can beat you in a three-legged race with a baseball bat. Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and this week we have an anytime, anywhere extravaganza. As long as there are packets of sugar, you need never pay for your bar tab again, because we are going to discover the sweet spot. Oh my God, what is going on? I'm Brian. Sarah and Ryan, awesome. Okay, so imagine you're out with a couple of buddies. Now, normally I do not condone figuring out ways to stick ladies with the bill, but let's say there was a way that you could do a totally fair game in order to decide who should get off scot-free on the meal. Have the other guys pick it up, make somebody's day, right? If there was a way to hypothetically cheat at that, and make sure you never had to pay for a meal again, would you be so inclined as to learn how this was done?
I would.
Okay, well good. Well then that's exactly what we're gonna do. So imagine we just finished, let's say we've been drinking all night, and say, hey, I'm not saying that, one person should pay for all of us, but I say that one person should get off scot-free, right? So let's do it, we'll do a gambling game. That's a fair way, right? Everybody loves gambling.
All right.
We're gonna do a gambling game to decide who gets off scot-free. And for this, we're gonna pick, I guess we'll do 9 of these sugar packets right here. They're sweet and lows. I like the sweet and lows because they're more evenly thin here. I'm gonna write a bunch of numbers on here. We got 1, here we go. We'll do 2, 3, and I want you to decide what number, 1 through 9, you're going to pick as your horse in this race, all right?
Are we both picking horses?
Yeah, well, all 3 of us are picking horses. And in fact, whichever one of us is the one who wins, who picks the right horse, that person, I think, the other two, should pick up the slack. Does that sound fair?
All right.
Yeah, I think so. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll just have 9 horses. That's fair enough. We'll get rid of all these posers. All right, I'm gonna tell you. You guys, you write down your prediction. Whichever one you think is gonna be the winner.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Awesome. See, this is more interesting because now we've all picked a horse and nobody knows who we're rooting for. So here's what I want to do. We're gonna shuffle up all 9 of the sugar packets, right?
Okay.
And we're gonna flip them and with as many flips as we can in the air, so we end up with as random an assortment of up and down and all around as possible. And because the problem is when you're the scam master, everybody is suspicious of you, right? So here's what I want you to do.
Yeah, of course.
You go ahead and scoop them all up, Ryan. You're gonna do the first round.
Okay.
All right, just throw them up right here. All right, oh, and I probably should have mentioned in advance, any of them that land face up are still in the race. Any of them face down get eliminated.
Okay.
All right, so in this case, we'll pull out these guys, these guys, these guys. All right, and scoop them all up.
I'm still doing this?
Yeah, sure. I mean, unless you don't trust yourself, and you can have Sarah do it.
I don't trust her.
I love his reaction. He'd be like, are you kidding? She's got red hair. That just doesn't seem right. All right, now we're down. Now we're down to 2.
Power that I'm worried about.
All right, here you go. Shake him up, shake him up.
About the rules.
Oh, 6 5. I don't want to touch him. You're gonna think I'm cheating.
Can I do it again?
Yeah, go for it again. Go for it again.
I'm sorry, I can't 60.
I'm tempted to call shenanigans already. All right, who should do it next? Oh, so we ended up with the last one. Who picked 4? What did you pick?
I picked 4.
No, you didn't. For a second, I was like, oh, what did you pick? You picked 3, and I am the one who gets off scot-free in this arrangement. You guys look vaguely unsurprised for some reason.
Not at all, not at all.
But here's the important thing. You know, we share the love here at Scam School, so the question is, do you want to know how you can be the one who wins at this?
Absolutely,
Well, we are going to find out after we thank our sponsors.
All right, what do you guys think?
All right,
How
by
do you
now
think
you
it's
know
done?
the game we're playing.
As a matter of
with
fact,
our
actually,
domain spec
Penny,
contest.
do you-
We're looking
do you
for
have
the
a-
most
do you have a
absurd,
theory
the most
already?
outrageous domains that are being
think
used
it's
to
a double
insult your
4
friends
coin.
because they're so
Double
easy and
four.
so cheap.
I think
through
it's
our
double-headed
sponsor
coin.
at you could do it.
Doggone it, you're very wise. That was a shorter mystery than I had wanted, but I'm glad you got there. Congratulations. Can't say you didn't come by it honestly.
I mean, you have the thing about where you're always like, people always figure it out, but where they're like,
Here, get that mic closer to you.
where, like, don't you say that thing where, like, you ask people to, like, where, like, when a magician asks, like, well, how do you think you do it?
Yeah,
People
that's
are
always
like,
the
yeah,
right thing. Yeah.
exactly.
All right, here we go.
And it's totally fair. You can use objects that are already sitting around at the dinner table, so there's nothing suspicious about it, and you can absolutely guarantee that you always win. First of all, any theories on what happened? So how did I cheat? Do you have any theories?
I was thinking there was a folded sugar packet or like a weighted.
Like maybe I engineered it away so it was more likely to come
I
up
was
face
thinking
up.
maybe it got wet.
Maybe it
like
got wet,
maybe
so
there's
one
some
side
stiffness
was
or
down.
something.
No, that's good. Did you have any thoughts? None whatsoever? You're like, all I know, sir, is that you are a liar. And if you won, this game is rigged.
True story.
So what's great about this is you use everyday objects. Now you can use any of the regular sugar packets. Actual sugar packets tend to be a little bit bulged on both sides, so they're a little bit funny to handle. What I like about the Sweet and Low is that they tend to flutter down, so you don't tend to get all of them jumping over as a group over and over and over again, right? In this case, and you're gonna hate me, because you watched me as I wrote the numbers on each of the sugar packets. The only thing you didn't see is that before I even started, I made sure that the 4th packet down already had a number on it. So no matter how many times it was thrown, number 4 always showed up face up. Now gamblers used to do this. They would have everybody put a quarter into a hat, and they would have them put their initials on top. And the cheater would make sure his initials were on both sides. So every time they would flip it, they would eliminate all the ones that were face down, and only the ones with the initials on top would win. So this is a way to use that same premise, but in a more, I don't know, less cheesy, less sneaky looking environment. Make sense?
Nice.
All right, so here's the important question. Who here is ready to be the ringleader and actually try to pull this scam off in front of me? Oh, look at that. She got called out. Didn't even flinch. All right,
You want to do it or you want me to do it?
We're going to see if Sarah's got the goods, but first, we got to
right.
thank our sponsors.
So one thing I noticed around this
Guys.
time, like we finally have zeroed in on the rhythm of the A, B, and C block, but you can tell I'm still doing like an amateur attorney thing. Yeah, Penny, do you know the old saw of no lawyer should ever ask a question that they don't already know the answer to?
I don't think I've heard that before.
Now you just heard it. Like basically, when you're cross-examining a witness, you should always have a definitive answer. So if they don't say what, you never want to be surprised. So in this case, I would always ask which one of you want to do it, and then there's that awkward kind of wait beat. By the way, in the ad here, you can see that we're explaining how streaming with Netflix works.
Wow! Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I remember being young enough to, at some point, there were some things that were only available on DVD.
Yeah.
On
Oh my
Netflix.
gosh. No. This is before that. This is when. So you would have been. Oh, okay. We'll get to this.
Well, gentlemen, I just don't think a lady should pay for dinner.
You don't think a lady should pay for
I
dinner?
do not.
Well,
I think that she should.
yeah, we're equal rights kind of guys.
Oh, really?
All right? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a feminist.
I appreciate
And
that.
because we're feminists, you need to buy all the Muslim dinner. That's what we
Really?
say. Yeah.
Okay, well, I say we do a little game and see who has to pay.
Oh, I see. This is it. We're going to settle in old school.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to write some numbers on the packs of sugar.
Sure.
So, or
That's actually a sack.
artificial sugar.
Artificial.
Yeah.
Just make sure they're artificial numbers
and
to go on the
we'll
artificial
all
sugar.
shuffle them and select, so it'll be totally fair.
Okay.
That sound
That's,
good to
yeah,
you
no,
guys?
that sounds
Okay.
great.
So what I'm going to do is
Totally win.
Anyway, so let's talk about sports and manly things.
I'm
because
going to
this
write the
woman's about
numbers
to-
on the cards.
Yeah, sure. No, you write those down. We're too busy talking about other stuff.
Well, it's women's work.
Yeah, you do your woman's work of writing down numbers.
Yeah. I don't know how they work. I don't know how they add up, but
You're like, I don't understand
But I
numbers, but I
think
know
I've
how
got
to
them in
draw
order.
them. Okay, good.
yeah, pretty sure.
Oh, ladies. It's all of a sudden become an episode of Mad Men out of nowhere.
So what I'm going to do now is shuffle them.
Yeah.
I'm going to toss them, pick a number.
Okay, I'm picking, like
Don't
picking number
tell
2, 1,
it.
and 9.
Yeah, but
All right.
don't tell anyone. Write it on your napkin.
So this is gonna be like my special private number.
Yes.
Okay, all right, I got my number. My number's
Your
written.
limit's 9, which is a little
This is
weird.
like my vote. This is secret ballot. Is what you're saying. All right.
Okay.
Choose one already?
Oh, she's choosing 2. All right. So the game is, how does this game play? Now that's another thing. It's important that you lay out the rules of the game before you start tossing them out
Okay.
there.
So the rules are every pack of aspartame, aka sweet
Sa-
milk,
saccharin,
which we love,
as a point of
Pardon
luck.
me.
Yeah,
has,
yes.
has a number on it, and each one of us will shuffle, and as you go through and shuffle the packs that come up without a number, you eliminate, and then the last one that has a number, that's the person, if it's associated with their number, they have to pay for dinner.
That sounds fair to me. Who starts?
Ryan, why don't you start?
All right, so I'm shuffling.
Yeah.
Shuffle the packs, or the sacks.
Shuffle your sacks.
Shuffle the sacks.
Put your hands around those sacks and you just go to
Just
town.
get some good
Just
coverage.
there you go. So what? These guys are in. Wait, this looks like 2 7s. What is this?
No, that's a 9.
Which one?
I'm left-handed. It's a 9.
Which one? This one's
That's
a
a
9.
9.
That's a 9, and that's a 7.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Wow, that's a lot eliminated right off the bat.
Okay.
Whose turn is it now?
Well, do you want to shuffle again?
I'll do it.
7 and a 9,
and a 9.
and this one. All right, so it's down to 7
don't
and
you
9.
shuffle?
All right, I'll shuffle. There's a 7 and a 9, and strangely, the 9 looks a little bit transformed. I'm not sure why that or how that
You've had a
happened.
few beers. I don't
You
know
know,
what to
maybe
say.
that's what it is. It's a little bit
It must
blurry.
be the beer.
You know, that's a good point. All right, well, here, let me just I'll do it again. I'm sure it was.
All right.
Now it looks like 2 7s again. I don't understand why.
It's 9.
Oh, this is the 9.
Yes.
Okay, all right, let me try it again. I'll do it one more time. They're both, that's very weird how they're both 7s.
Hey!
Well, there's nothing and a clearly written 9. Well, I guess 9 certainly did win that race.
I guess so.
Well, and I had 3, but you had 9. Dude, all right, a couple of things to point out. I think we learned a lesson that it's important that your number look the same on both sides in order to.
It's going a little fast.
You were going, and I tell you, it was your first go at it. It's tough to be consistent. So what's important is that practice is the key. But I say you certainly deserve a round free on us. Congratulations, Sarah. Very well done. Now, while the concept behind this game is super old, the guy who showed it to me was Mr. Johnny Savant. Make sure to check out his website at johnnysavant.com. Second of all, there's so many different ways for you to take this. You can use it to pick a winner, to pick a loser, to get out of bar tabs, whatever it is. I want to hear about your success stories and failure stories, so post them at the boards at revision3.com/scamschool, where you can see all of our episodes right back to episode 1. If you want to hit me up with your favorite bar scam, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. If you're doing the Twitter thing, you can follow the show at twitter.com/scamschool or find out when I am in your hometown doing spontaneous Scam School meetups by following me personally at twitter.com/schwood. Next week, you better tune in because I am going to give you rabies and no gift receipt.
That escalated quickly. that was a good pattern interruption on that one.
It's really funny.
Chris K9D says, I'm watching from France. Love your tricks, but you speak too fast for me. It's difficult to understand the secrets. Yeah, hopefully robots will help with all that now. And make it so
guys,
that
how would you like it for me to come
translations
in person and
are better.
I told Mom to send you a video. Did she do it?
I don't know. Which one?
The dancing robot. There was a different dancing robot video.
Yeah, this is the one. Well, okay. Send it here. Email it to modernroadshow@gmail.com. Or
Mom walked over and showed it to me.
I think we saw it in a supercut. This is the one where the dancing robot started banging on the table, right?
Yeah, we were just like wouldn't stop.
Yeah. No, that's a real thing because behind their terrified grin as they tried to hold the robot is like, man, if this thing went nuts, what would we even do? Oh, we didn't even set up the guesses. Here, we'll do guesses open. Guesses open.
I guess 255,000.
Victory. Well, I'll tell you what, everyone could just head on over to Guess Attack. Here, you're going to go to guessattack.com and you're going to place your bets on how many views you think this episode got. Penny, is there a computer in front of you?
It is.
Yeah, go to Guess Attack.
Okay.
And then you're going to put that in there. If you're in a chat room, you can use the bang guess command to put it on there. Boy, I totally forgot to open that up. Yeah, so that one I give a pretty good review on. You could tell that we hadn't planned on how to fill the air during the processy parts of thing. But this is also back when I was a little hesitant to work with friendlies, people who I knew. Once production moves to Austin, you can see there's sort of a cast of recurring, warm, interesting people who show up, and it gets a lot better. All right, did you get in there, Pen?
Yep.
All right, here we go. So, if you head on over to guessattack.com, as you guys know, these episodes came out during summer 2010 in the early days of the Scam School YouTube channel. I think the channel was only 6 months old at this time. And so we tried to figure out which one of these caught fire, which one of them did not. ATL John Boy says that he thinks this one got 234,561. Argyle Gargoyle says 143,143. Sine Wave says 761,017.76. Sure. Curtis Hoffman 6956 says 300,000. G James B says 400,670. Kurameta Riku YOLO 42069. Wago says 743,692. Muslix says 800,420. Star Woman makes her debut with 255,639. Shane the Dude says 75,001. Joey666, this trick deserves 235 million on the nose. And the actual number of views on this episode, get free drinks with simple sugar packets, is 79,875 from August 4th, 2010s. We're about to miss that. Here we go. Guesses closed. Boom. So now let's see who the winner was. Get ready. The award goes to Che, off by only 4,800. Congratulations, Che. Argyle Gargoyle, second place with 63,000. ATL John Boy with 154,000 away. Nicely done, beautiful people. All right, Penelope, do you have any brand affinity or any memories associated with the brand Commodore?
Like an electronics thing.
That is an electronic thing. Get that mic right up on your face. Here, I'm gonna.
So my affinity is that I've heard it, and they have some manner of device.
So if you were going to tell me what you think a Commodore 64 is or was, what are some of the things you would know about it?
Okay, so my first thought is video game console because of the Nintendo 64, but I don't think that's true. I think I'm just conflating those. I think it's like an old personal computer.
Yeah, you are correct. And there's a bunch of trappings associated with it. And so recently, this came out. Here, let's take a look at the promo for the Commodore phone. Let's see. Oh, look, the first thing that popped up when I searched was...
Hey, hi there!
Here we go. Let's take a look at this. This is the Commodore Callback just released video.
We should go back to the past. Let's do it. I wish there was a way. There was a way to go back. Let's go
All your favorite apps, privacy first, with no social media, no browser, and much less. Callback from Commodore. Less scroll, more soul. Time travel now at commodore.net.
What do you think?
It seems to have a little bit of mixed messaging between, like, sort of like thoughtful concerns about the enshittification of modern technology and the way that what is marketable has shifted from what consumers actually want, and highly thoughtless nostalgia.
Unpack that highly thoughtless nostalgia for me.
Where the marketing is based on, you remember, you have this deeply emotional tie to the signifiers, but there's not like a reason. It's very separate from the reason to believe this would be better.
Right. Penelope, the DNA tests are in. You are your father's daughter. Okay, so
I was really impressed with the idea and the clarity of this because nowadays I was thinking the form factor of a flip phone is pretty good for what it was, is an indestructible brick. The technology's come along far enough, the coverage has come along far enough that I could really picture something good and interesting happening with this. And it does lean it's actually, as far as a music video, it's a fine music video. The song's a banger. The aesthetics of all this are real pretty. I actually, when I saw this, I thought, oh, interesting. They're not using AI. And
I thought some of the shots towards the end, though, it looked a bit like AI.
that's eventually where I got. At this beginning, I thought this is smart because this appears to be unambiguously handcrafted.
Yeah, that looks like computer rendered, in Blender or something.
And also with aesthetics that wouldn't be already pre-banked, and you could tell, long, luxurious, very precise shots. It does get pretty, and then in this case, I believe all of this is AI.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
Because AI, there are a lot of models that are trained on a lot of old shabby VHSs. So you begin with a place of comfort, and then you add anxieties. We all hate our current phones. We hate being trapped. We would like to be in a simpler thing. And then, yeah, I can picture holding that, and it seems super dope feeling, right? I think it'll feel good. A bit weird. My favorite part is actually the hooting owl to throw in for nostalgia.
Oh my god.
which I saw that in bed this morning. Then I went for my run, and that same owl was hooting, and I was like, "Man, that's not nostalgia. That's this morning. That's called get up."
We still have owls.
Yeah, just get. If you can be bothered to get up and go outside, you'd hear an owl.
This is what I was like. This is AI. Those last two shots.
I didn't even notice the last one. This one right here.
And the one before it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently at a Chili's. Oh yeah. This is where you can kick in your.
That.
Is it AI? What game? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, but this is fine. This is a mock-up anyway, so I wouldn't expect that to be any other way.
It's just like if you're part of the market you want to capture are people who are skeptical about AI and want to I don't want that on my phone.
Yeah.
So by bringing it into your marketing, you are a little bit shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, boy, Petty, are you ever my daughter? Are you ever my daughter? Because check this out. I think what is going on with these sparks here?
With no social
Yeah. Look at these sparks on the sparkler. Look at their motion tracking. They go in and out.
and much less.
And the scales all whack for the different objects.
So you're right. If you're gonna make a nostalgic play, then you best not muck up your current reality with your past reality. And so at a distance, what do you got? You got a good vibes, a brand that you remember, a phone that promises less, a little bit pricey. Penny, how much do you think this phone costs? Get that mic right in front of you. What's that?
800.
800. My God, Jesus Christ, why 800?
Because I was like, okay, I don't think it'd cost as much as a new Apple. But this is sort of, it's a little bit boutique, it's a little bit like a special thing.
Got it.
I wouldn't assume it'd be that much cheaper because it seems like a little bit of a more limited run, kind of smaller batches, just because
by
it's
the way,
a little more niche
we're being
market.
corrective. It's a Dove, not.
I did think it was a morning Dove.
Yeah, sorry, it was a morning Dove. That was a test. You all passed. Nicely done. So you're doing fashion pricing on that.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking technology pricing. It's $500. Now keep in mind a flip phone is $20. It's $20, and also a flip phone comes without a lot of things.
I also noticed it doesn't make clear what is and is not possible on this device.
That is also correct.
There's
right?
one screen where you can see a menu. There's one time when you can see it having a maps program. And that's kind of it. I assume it can make calls and texts.
Well, let's see. smart enough to replace your 1,000 glowing black rectangle, meet Callback. Small enough to replace it. It runs 99% of Android apps. You can join a wait list and get it for $500. Huh. Disclaimer. Okay. Oh, interesting. So it says here, social media and browser blocked at system level, patent pending. So this is quite literally just an Android phone
with no,
but crippled.
Yeah.
And
at that point, yeah, like, I can understand, like, just having a browser is so useful, though, because sometimes you need to look things up.
Yes. So in other words, in promising simplicity, they simply are saying, here is a crippled phone that says the word Commodore on it. Now at this point, if it's going to feel great, if it's going to be standout, if it's going to be extraordinary, I can be talked into it. But you'll notice on this all looks fine as is. But then I clicked on... I was like, who are Retro Recipes X Commodore? Because when I looked at that, I thought, was this a collaboration project? It's not. That's just the name of the channel. And I found this Let's Buy Commodore Part 2, where I couldn't help but notice this little tag right there. You see that guy?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the Scarlet AI that you have to put on there. And then this dude is the guy that you know from Middleditch and Schwartz, right? Silicon Valley.
Thomas Middleditch here.
Oh, there we go. So, all right, there we go. What do we got here?
Improv?
Thomas Middleditch here. You may know me from Silicon Valley. Just to announce my involvement with the Commodore project. You know, as a contributor of sorts, we've come up with a...
Okay. Did you notice anything just then? It's all right if you didn't.
No.
He is not in that room.
Oh.
Contributor of sorts. We've come up with a
He's got
Thomas
the green
Middleditch
he's
here.
got the
You may know me
fuzz.
from Silicon Valley. Just to announce my involvement with the Commodore project. You know, as a contributor of sorts, we've come up with a
Yeah, like something
with a
like
title
appeared
for
by
me.
his back.
Probably just to placate me.
Could an iconic computer brand be brought out
And
of
it cuts
hypersleep
hard
and
from
reboot?
that.
Yeah, okay. And then also the first thing you hear is a bottled GarageBand sound stinger, which for a second made me think, oh, they're leaning into the low rent aesthetic thing. And they're doing a 20-year-old GarageBand hit. And then on this TV, you got
That's the idea
AI.
of YouTuber Perry Fractic.
His recent video has stirred the retro tech world. But can he actually bring Commodore back to life?
He says all will be revealed in part 2 of his series, Let's Buy Commodore.
His series, Let's Buy Commodore.
yes.
Oh, and they got the pixel art where the pixels are different sizes.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'm not going to ding him on that. Mainly what I'm trying to suss out is how big or
Pretty good,
small
right?
is this?
Oh, hello. Welcome back to Commodore Corner. Good job, Puppy Fractic.
Oh,
She's
so
been
he's like a
guarding it while
super
we've been away
fan.
for a few weeks. And the question on all of your lips, chicken lips perhaps, is did we do it? Did we buy Commodore? Still feels very surreal to even say as a sentence. Well, I'm going to reveal all in part 7, but here in part 2...
We got 30 minutes of this.
I'm just kidding, of course. Excited to do something in my life than this.
Because you love
it. So let me clarify. In articles of the company is a requirement to preserve and promote retro computing. It's something I've had on my website and Patreon for years. My mission to keep
It's
those beautiful
so
vintage
odd.
machines in the public consciousness
Yeah,
for future generations.
it's not retro computing.
So why not
It's
put
normal.
Commodore
It's
at
modern
the heart of that
computing
mission?
with
What's Lady Fractic doing?
browsers blocked.
Well, and
So now to a subject that we can all
so
agree
this
on.
this is
Money.
about
Probably
buying a
asking,
brand, and
what was the deal to
good
acquire
for the guy that he bought a
Well, 7
brand.
months of
Yeah.
meetings
A lot of
wasn't
this
very
is-
good viewing, but let's just say it went something like this.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, did it make him buffer?
Yeah, it's AI.
But what's the cost? Okay, well, firstly, context. Steve Jobs said that the Apple logo was valued at 100 million and would take 10 years to recreate. But CNN said recently the Commodore logo is still recognizable by 87% of people. So you could, in a fun way, kind of cheekily argue that the Commodore brand is worth $87 million. And Commodore sold for about 17 million back in the 90s. It was valued by Brand Finance in 2008 for...
There's a lot of words. There's a lot of words.
87. Who are they collecting that information
and even
from?
valued, adjusted for
a lot of words. A lot of circular words that go out. They take a trip around the block and then they come on back.
Estimate that the average value of Commodore was somewhere in amongst all those figures.
Have we gotten to an answer yet?
Really hard for all of you.
Also, do we even care?
And we agreed on a price in the low 7 figures, which I think for something of this value, and because I know what we can do with it going forward, I think that's a steal. Although our wonderful angel investors have got us partway there at the moment, we still haven't raised all the funds.
Okay, we're already talking about investors.
plus.
Oh, hey, this video is for informational purposes and is not an offer to sell or solicitation in order to buy securities. Any securities offered being referenced or may being pursuant to 506C of Regulation D under the Securities Act. This is a classic Steve Jobs moment. He would say, oh, and one more thing. This presentation is for informational purposes only, including substantial loss of your entire investment, the securities of an... So we got a thing that is a nostalgia play that they're not seeking investors on. They just started with a super famous dude who currently has a little bit of a dinged reputation, who was green screened to do a hallway representing HQ of Commodore. And then we immediately go into a lot of words talking about how if you squint and start with 100 million for the Apple logo, and then therefore I bought it for somewhere in the low 7 figures. All right, so you bought it for $1 million. Great. Anyway, go back to the
Reminds me of, I was watching this video on this folding ideas, great video essays.
Hold on, Chase says 7 figures, $10,000 and 0 cents.
Folding ideas does this YouTube channel does these great video essays. Reminds me of in one where he was talking about NFTs, and this group of NFT bros was doing this insane mental math where they're like, okay, if we start for the total comet markets in the entire US, then they make this much money. If we can capture just this percentage of the entire comics market in the US with nothing but our steady dinky little brand, we don't even have a plan for the comic. We have no reason why people would care about it.
Yep. That's what you do when you are not. Oh, look at this. Not only do they have the disclaimer here, it says not offer to sell securities only for verified accredited investors. Rule blah 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 blah. This basically means if you're rich enough to chuck money away.
Talking about money isn't really the most exciting part of the video, but we are so grateful so many of you asked how you can help financially. So at the end of this video, I'll quickly explain why legally.
Now keep in mind, look, this hardcore anarcho-libertarian capitalist. If you're an accredited investor, which means you have to have enough money that you have to knowingly be able to throw your money. If at the end of the day you just want a phone that you kind of like that has the word Commodore on it, I ain't gonna stop you. That's fine.
So how do we raise the rest of the dosh?
But
well, what makes sense to everyone is to raise money from something far more interesting than you typing your credit card number in a website and then getting an email back. We're Commodore now. We should start the same way Commodore started, by selling really cool stuff. Tangible things that you can hold.
I don't know, that's not how you started. It sounded like you talked a lot about how you bought a brand.
Well, it's going to feel like Christmas night. But not just retro, but also the future. And the pinnacle of all of that, well, that'll be out.
It's not even retrofuturism aesthetically, what he was just showing.
So of course we will honor.
Retrofuturism is a very codified aesthetic, and it didn't look that looked more solar punk.
Brands. Not. But yeah, I've got some. So that's the vision. But how are we going to bring Commodore out of hypersleep and make it the real Commodore again? Who have we added to the team? Elon Musk began coding at the age of 11 on a Commodore VIC-20 and sold his first game for $500. Just a fun fact that I thought I'd throw in there.
Just a fun excuse to put a famous wealthy person's photo in this just long enough to anchor distracted accredited investors who are aging up, who have fond memories of this.
Coming up here soon. Michael Tomczyk joined Commodore in April 1980 as assistant to the managing director of Commodore UK. Is now our heritage in on the action with us.
They were
coming back into the world.
Since they.
Perry
I'm like, do they have a
with
physical prototype for this?
vision for the
Can you show me
future
it in real
of
humans'
Commodore
hands?
Brand.
Oh, no.
What he laid out for what's to come.
So it looks like you have a blender model.
A lot of words.
And to
a lot of
honor and
words.
to foster a home for what already is.
He should buy Commodore for me, with me having no risk whatsoever, but I thought it would be obvious.
Risk. Still
That
talking
isn't
about
remotely
risk.
What I was saying, nor is it what I said in actual words. And it looks really good. Allow investment.
Look at our cool website.
As long as that.
Commentary. Summary. Commodore cannot legally offer everyone shares yet. Boy, I wonder. This.
Of course not.
This is going to be
What
a
makes you
good
think it
phone,
would
I
just
bet.
be old stuff. I mentioned in part 1 the slogan, honoring the past, innovating the future.
Is there demand beyond Gen X?
I mean, just check the comments under part 1. There were even 12-year-olds getting.
Was that even a
Algebra
person?
really sustain a business?
Of course
That
not.
doesn't look
What
like
makes
a
you think
person.
it
That's
would
not
just
a
be old
person.
stuff? I mentioned in part 1 the slogan, honoring the past,
The
innovating
FAQ
the
bot.
future.
Is there demand beyond
Yeah,
Gen
no,
X?
no way.
I mean, just check the comments under part 1. There were even 12.
Look at. By the way, that means he had somebody specifically write that. They rendered it out so that he could be offended and defensive about it.
Oh my
Algebra
god.
really sustain a business?
Of course not. But what makes you think it would just be old stuff? I mentioned in part 1
Oh my god.
the slogan, honoring the past in Amsterdam.
This is
Thanks again,
weird.
Frantic.
This is
Aren't
really
your commenters
weird.
just a captive audience, though?
Okay, well, 60%.
Remember
weren't
that
subscribers.
classic Steve
And
Jobs trope?
My mum's dead, and anyway, she didn't have that many accounts.
It's so
But look, again,
weird
I
that
understand
we have
it's
to be like, is that
What
a
I would say
human
is it
now?
is easier to
Yeah, it'll be
tear
less
things down
weird
than to try
very
and build
quickly.
something meaningful up. Trust me, I know we've got a toddler. But that's what I'm trying to do. That's what the whole team here is trying to do, build something really meaningful. And we're succeeding in so many ways I haven't been able to
Oh, so this
tell
is
you
back
about
in
yet,
2025.
for, legal reasons.
To chickens with lips.
If you want...
So, where are we at now? Here's part
if you
3.
type boobies, you get... I didn't want to...
Ah, there we are.
So they
Upper
did.
right.
They did make a reinvention of the Commodore, and they released it. And I'm curious.
Greatest hits radio.
And speaking of greatest hits, for that song, Complicated World Part 2, it's one I'd written a long time ago, and you've seen it in a different version used in a lot of Lady Fractics videos.
Oh, there's no disclaimer.
They AI generate Minecraft?
How's it going?
Perry,
Pretty
nice
good.
to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. I've seen a few of your videos lately.
I wonder why. Yeah.
And I was working on other stuff like AAA. Yeah. I mean, I'm...
Yeah.
But holiday weekend.
Let's see.
Magical doing this and being surrounded by people like... They're very
Che
grateful to you
Che
guys as well.
says,
for
"Hang on, are we sure
keeping
this isn't
Commodore
some
alive.
sort of
They're
weird
all easy.
performance art?"
People are in their bubbles, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I could also picture a world where it's like, look, let's say you got several $1 million and you just like being able to say that you're, part owner of Commodore. And these retro plays are going to be high margin. And if the big thing is just setting expectations. I can't imagine how big the margin has to be on that phone, though. $500 and nary a whisper about it's essentially just a crippled Android phone. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. Well, this is the big one, yeah. But first, as is traditional.
The editor in me is...
Cheers. We'll do this for everybody who grew up with a Commodore, Amiga, C64.
At least he's talking to
that brought a bit of
real
magic
people
into their
now.
lives.
As far as we know.
Yeah?
Maybe they just got better. Yeah.
What the world needs right now is a bit of magic.
All right, so they signed pieces of paper.
It's like they're documenting. I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad. Anyway. Yep.
Yeah. Like, we can't comment on the product at all, but it's kind of material to this marketing.
Let's just mark it down as something Brian is watching with a particular lens, with a particular side-eyed squint. How about that?
Hippie side-eye.
A little bit of side-eye. That's fine. I'll ask Tom what he thinks of the Commodore PC. Then again, like the Commodore emulation, I don't know what you're expecting from it. They're vlogging what they want to do. Yep. Could be. If that's what we're doing. Could be. Does feel like a particular flavor of thing. B-E. All right. Penelope, do you know about officehours.themodernroad.com?
I do not.
Oh, where you been, kiddo? Under a rock. Sign put together a doc at officehours.themodernroad.com. Everybody's welcome to throw stories in there. And
2 words, robot toilet.
You know what?
Hasn't that been a thing hasn't that been a trope since the beginning of time? I mean, like, have you...
Let's
I remember
find out.
some bit about that in Cars 2, the movie Cars 2.
Yep, maybe it's something new. You never know.
Is that like a mobile toilet? This seems to be this is an accessibility device for old people.
Shanghai International
wow.
Aged Care Expo, a Chinese company called Yueban has built the Xiaoban.
Yeah, what? Do you want non-mobile people to not poop?
Drives itself
No, that's
directly to
good.
your bedside.
I mean, it seems to be a useful accessibility device.
Just like in the demo video from Yueban, someone in bed only says the command.
小半小半
she took a breath in and started with the SH.
Wakes up with a friendly voice response.
我要上厕所啊
小半来了，请稍等。
Once it arrives and positions itself perfectly, the Xiaoban handles everything automatically. It assists with toileting, provides warm water bidet cleaning, followed by warm air drying. There is sealed odor control with activated charcoal filters and dual UV sterilization to keep things hygienic.
It
When you
pees
poop,
and poops and
the
burps
solid
on you.
waste goes into the robot's internal bowl.
On you?
And the system
Yeah.
is designed to
That's what
contain
the
it
bidet
cleanly
is.
during the process.
Oh.
After use, the robot
It
drives
hangs
itself
out.
back to the docking station or aligns with your existing household toilet and extends a disposal arm. There, an internal low-noise grinder processes the solid waste along with liquids, breaking it down into a slurry form that flushes away easily without clogging pipes. The whole thing is
Not
designed to
bad.
be odor-controlled throughout.
That seems
thanks
like
to
a
the
useful
filters
product
and
if you're
sealed
someone who has a
system.
hard time getting out of bed.
Yep, I agree. And for mobility issues and stuff.
Yeah.
Good one, sign. There we go. Somebody built a fact checker that catches politicians lying in real time. That's interesting. Let's see.
President didn't have a major conflict break out. The only answer is during the 4 years that Donald Trump was president.
Gentlemen, we have a lot to get to. Nora?
Margaret, thank you. Let's turn now to Hurricane Helene. The storm could become one of the...
Yep, that seems like you could tie together a simple script that takes the transcripts and then...
Feeds it to ChatGPT.
Yeah. Or, I mean, ultimately you would want it, I guess you just would spend more money to have it be faster and more detailed, right? That's the other thing. It's like, everything's just like, how many kilojoules of money do you want to spend? I think a lot about how we talk about spending energy on things. And now literally just as an institution or a company can, instead of hiring someone, pay a robot, and then you could measure exactly how much energy they put into things. Che says, apparently the Commodore phone is custom-built phone from Finnish designer Hala, running a version of Linux Sailfish OS designed to block apps. Yeah. Again, what's the killer feature? We'll see. I like the idea of a fact checker. Oh, Project Nomad.us You know what this one is, Penny?
No.
I'll give you a hint. Its creator is here on campus, and we're shooting the episode about it today.
I see. That doesn't tell me what it is.
Yeah, well, so you know what? We'll just do a radio tease for that. Chris Sherwood is here, and we did an introduction video last night, and today we are going to do a Mono Rogue episode where we're going to test a cool use of it with Meshtastic. So there's that. Yeah, boom. Researchers reboot an Alzheimer's patient's brain with an alarmingly absurd amount of psilocybin. We are admittedly a bit startled by this medical case report about giving an elderly woman with advanced Alzheimer a gigantic dose of psychedelic mushrooms just to see what would happen.
That's a great headline.
That is an amazing headline.
Incredible. It gets you, and you're on board with whoever this author is.
Just a little bit of editorializing in there. Oh, that's so good. Scientists continue to investigate the potential clinical use of psilocybin, the psychoactive compound in the psychedelic mushrooms, from everything from potential anti-aging to depression and anxiety. Some have even suggested it could be an effective treatment for Alzheimer's. Case in point, a recent report published in Frontiers in Neuroscience Neuropharmacology by a small team of researchers in Brazil. They got a woman who was in her 80s who had been suffering from Alzheimer's. Gave her a staggeringly high dose of psilocybin. After being given 5 grams of orally administered psilocybin-containing mushrooms, well over twice a typical recreational dose. That's not twice a recreational dose. The team says the woman experienced what could crudely be described as a weird reawakening. In a matter of days and weeks, the report remains vague.
What did we read by this? Why wouldn't they?
Why what?
That's a little suspicious.
Yeah. Marked hypofunction, predominantly monosyllabic speech. She got urinary continence, improved mobility, increased emotional responsiveness. Let's see. Given the severity of her cognitive impairment, the patient was not considered capable of providing fully informed consent on her own. Whoops. Author and psychiatrist Marcos Lago told Futurism. To be perfectly clear, the whole thing is pretty dodgy, despite getting considerable breathless media coverage in New York Post and the Dallas Express, which called the report a breakthrough. It wasn't a controlled trial. The single subject's diagnosis wasn't confirmed. There was no control group, no standardized testing of memory and thinking before. The observations were largely based on reports from caregivers and family members. All right. So an old lady who can't talk was given a wicked high dose of shrooms. In short, the case report appears to be little more than a wild story of an elderly woman being given an enormous dose of drugs. That's hilarious.
Yeah? I think I like the presentation here. I think this author is doing a good job of this article.
Yeah, this is hilarious. That's great. That's science talk for YOLO. All right, guys. Well, we got to prep to shoot Scam School episodes. Shouts out to the Commodore phone. Maybe it'll be great. That is in no way a solicitation for investment. Penny, you got anything you want to say to the nice people?
Hi, nice people.
Yeah. Based on yesterday, wanted to know if I have any specific bands or frequencies. Man, I'm still getting my sea legs on the ham radio stuff. I just poke around, take a little tour, watch Josh Nass. All right, beautiful people, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh no, how do I reload the page? Wait.
Log on this just says world's best.
Yep, the world's best, whatever it is. Oh, there you go. The world's best Penny. Bye, guys.
Club hopes